People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a
Okay, so it's been a solid couple years, I think, since I made a garden update. And as you can see, the place is pretty different. One, I built this pergola, put in my aquaponic system, have a table, soon to be more chairs, sitting area for dining and stuff. And then I redid the 3 beds in the back up on bricks with a 8 foot by 4 foot by 1 foot height raised beds. I got a bird bath now and a couple other things, so I guess this is going to be the long awaited garden update. So I know there are at least 2 or 3 people who like to watch these. I mean, I figure I'm helping someone to show my mistakes, so yeah, I'll take you around and we'll go and walk around and see just how it is. Right, so first we'll take a look in this section. So there used to be a garden bed here, but what happened and what's happening with a lot of my beds are termites, termite damage. So we have ground termites here. So basically, if there's wood touching the ground and it's not like teak or some other bug resistant wood, it just gets completely devoured by these termites. So that's why I've had to put them up on bricks and to keep my grass from growing into the beds, because this El Toro grass is like hell pretty much for your garden, because it will take over and you won't be able to get that shit out. Right, so I got rid of this bed because it was completely termite eaten on the ground, moved some of the dirt into the far raised bed over there, and then I put some other dirt around and I used that, and then I tossed the termite eaten wood. So now this is just kind of an area where I got some of my potted plants. So to start, let's see, right here we have a goji berry plant. This is mine, and I actually got this at the garden store, and it was doing good and stuff, and then I got it home, and after a couple of weeks, or maybe it was only 1 week, it dropped all of its leaves. But it didn't dry out and die, but it dropped all of its leaves, and I was about to throw it out, but I had left it hooked up to the sprinkler and I had left it in its pot, and I was gonna throw it out, but then magically it came back to life, as you can see. So I looked it up, and sure enough, these plants do that. You know, they're not necessarily native to Hawaii, where I am, so it can be a little different, but yeah, it came right back. And then I got this other one here for my friend. He wanted a goji berry plant, so I picked him up one for his graduation. So yeah, we have 2 goji berry plants. This right here that I'm excited about, it's still doing good, needs to be transplanted, is my curry tree. Yeah, I figure why not? Just have it, fresh curry spice, that's pretty good. And I got a dwarf pomegranate, pretty small right now, but you know, with some care and love, in a year or 2 it'll be big and have big pomegranates. You got a little guy here, youngling. And then I got some other like tomato plants shooting up in the pot, because the dirt that I use in these I mix all myself, and I had tomatoes, and when the birds eat the tomatoes and they live around here, they eat the tomatoes and then they come and they crap in my garden and in my dirt. I mix it up and magically more tomatoes sprout. That's just kind of how nature works. It's pretty amazing to have a desirable plant sprout that you didn't put there, because usually it's only weeds. All right, you know, moving right along, back here, what's not doing too good is actually it's a grape. I'm sure most of you can tell. It's a ruby seedless grape, and it's kind of been through hell, and I'm finally taking care of it again. But I don't know why it gets these crinklies and brown and stuff, or what's eating it, so I gotta check online about that. But it's doing okay. And then, of course, I have my blueberry, which I saved from this bed that was completely full of grass, termite eaten, dead. The blueberry was covered in grass up to like halfway. And I dug him out and stuff. And now he's coming right back. Got him in a good pot, good soil, extra compost and compost tea and stuff. And then look at this. See, the birds even planted 2 basil plants. So I'm going to leave those in there. And I'll have some basil. And then, so then right here, this guy, as you can see, is a mulberry plant. Look at those guys, those white hairs. But yeah, this is my mulberry, and it's doing pretty good. It also has the crinkly leaf problem, but that's some brownage. But it's definitely doing good. It's shooting out a lot more leaves, a lot more berries. You can see these for mulberry plants doing good. And for future reference, right, if you see mulberries, they aren't like raspberries or cherries or grapes where when they turn red, they're ripe. They actually turn a deep purple-ish black, if you can see, or a deep red, black red, kind of. And that's when they're the juiciest. Like, you could eat these, and I have done it because I thought they were ripe, but, you know, they're just not sweet. They're sour. But yeah, that's the mulberry. So right here, we have, I don't know if this is native to Hawaii, but I think it's, you know, it's definitely more tropical type of a thing for all of the people watching that might be from the continental US. You know, I don't really think many people watch these, but in any case, yeah. This is actually a Suriname cherry plant, or Hawaiian cherry, and it, oh, there's a little spider living down there. It'll grow into about a bush, kind of like a bush slash tree, you know, maybe 6-7 feet tall, probably 6, and like a bush, and it'll fruit pretty much year round with little red, about this big, pumpkin shaped red fruit that are small. And if you get them right when it's real dark red, just before they fall off or right after they fall off, it actually tastes pretty good. We all know what this is. This is an aloe plant, or one of the different types of aloe plants. And I mean, it's doing okay. I got to transplant it, but I'll quickly talk about what else you can use this for, because I've been reading up on superfoods and stuff like that, and things and uses for plants. And the aloe plant is actually one of the most versatile medicines and nutritious plants you can eat. So basically what you can do, right, it's all pretty much about the gel in these, because this is like a gel leaf if you've ever cut one open. You cut it open, you slice off all the skin and stuff, and then you're left with this clear gel. You wash that off, you can eat that, put it right in your smoothies. It has a pretty good taste. It's neutral for the most part, kind of slimy. Where's your collar, fella? And you can eat that, and there's been a lot of civilizations that have lived off of mostly aloe. And what else you can do is you can just take that gel and rub it right on the skin, and it is really good for your skin. You know, it just nourishes right down. It absorbs into your skin. It's not going to hurt you. It's taken up by the body. It's not seen as an enemy. It's seen as an ally, you know, nourishment and goodness for the body. Yeah, and it's really good. And especially good for burns, sunburns, you know, different skin ailments. You got something wrong with your skin, you know, rub it on, leave it on there for a couple hours. You should be pretty good. So this will be first bed here. It's in the corner closest to the wall. As you can see, we have cucumbers growing, quite nice. Just have one cucumber plant for now because I'm about to head off to college and stuff, so I want to make sure my parents can handle all this shit. But yes, we got cucumbers, fennel, which is doing pretty good aside from some dryness here around the edges and stuff like that. Bunch of kale. We got red Russian, I'm pretty sure, isn't this? Oh no, this is the red boar. Dino kale right there, another red boar. That softer one is the red Russian. And then I have Swiss chard, and then in the back, a bunch of beets and some kalo. taro, dryland taro grows really good here. You know, definitely native. And then also have some lavender hiding over here. Don't know why, but I do. I just kind of threw it in the ground. It looks pretty. Colors, I guess. Okay. So, this is the middle bed, and got quite a few things growing here. I have these rows, which are, you know, still experimenting with the germination and seeding process. So I think next time I'm probably going to do the germination and then put already grown plants in instead of trying to seed them in the bed, because that's kind of tough with the conditions changing throughout the day and things. But yeah, so assuming these sprout and grow, I have a row of beets, lettuce, radishes, spinach, and carrots. And then right here I have some broccoli and kale right there. As you can see, I got some weeds and grass growing up in here. Just needs to be taken out. But yeah, and then looking back in this direction, I'm sure most of you could identify these, but in any case, I got, look at this, this is already gonna go to flower, it looks like. Dill, 2 dill plants, sage, collards, got some peppers, but they're doing a little bad. I think I need to add magnesium. And some more magnesium and, what's it called, calcium to the soil to help this. They use a lot. I have another pepper, a habanero, and this one is just doing great. Got some arugula down here in the shadier area. I have sweet lemon basil, and this I'm actually going to let go to seed for the most part. I'm not going to clip the flowers because I want it to attract bees. And I figure, you know, right here in the middle, I got beans back here that need to be pollinated. So I'm going to let this attract the bees to help pollinate my plants. And then back here I have some kind of a bean, another bean of some sort here. And then these 2 back here are actually soybeans. Sadly, I didn't have the time to go online and look for non-GMO soybean seed. So, I mean, they're definitely GMO, because pretty much all soybeans now are, unless you're really lucky. Oh, what's that now? Oh, the neighbors have a sprinkler problem, but yeah, so about those soybeans, are probably GMO. Sorry guys. You know, I don't really like to do GMO stuff, nor do I like non-organic, but sometimes you gotta cut your losses. I want to grow them and see how they work. Over here, we have onions, a bunch of Maui onions. See how that turns out, they're all clustered together. Some, look at this is bolting too, you know, it's the summertime, it's hot. Cilantro, doing really good. Lots of spinach over here, perennial spinach, so hopefully if it doesn't bolt too early, we can get a bunch of salad from that. And an eggplant here, because I love eggplant. And although it grows slow, it tends to be one of those plants that'll stay alive for, here in Hawaii the seasons don't really change that much, so probably a few years if you take care of it, unless you want to switch, so they last a while. And then some more spinach back here. And that's pretty much it for this bed. So, that concludes this more recent episode of Farmer James's Garden Update, I guess. And today is what? The 1st of the month. 1st of July. Is that right, Curly? So,